Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and others, and get the most up-to-date version earlier, then you can go to Patreon. It's $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we met Avery's parents, the stag, and they seem nice people. They also, told us a story. Begrudgingly, we were able to kind of get them to our character was like, "Hey, tell us about Echo," and they're like, "We don't really want to, but we will tell you this one story about how native people made these campsites around places that they feel comfortable with." And then my grandfather made a map of where people made campfires, and then they showed us the map, which was like, here's all these dots just literally all over the place, except in Echo. There's a big circle around Echo where the native people did not want to stay for some reason. I mean, there's probably a lot of reasons, but yeah, worrisome. Even though I've already seen a path where it's like, hey, there's maybe skeleton people? Who knows? What chapter are you on anyways? Because I think that was chapter 3. Anyways, let's reset my face and continue. Oh yeah, and Cliff was asking a bunch of questions. As you know, Cliff. I think he's fallen asleep. Sam? I can hardly suppress a yawn when I open my eyes again. A strand of drool hangs from my muzzle, and I smear it away with one sleeve, rubbing my eyes with the other before the hooligan finally comes into view. Avery sits in front of me, a bowl full of food in each hand. He extends one to me and smiles. I yawn. You think I am? What time is it? 8, I reckon. You've been out for about an hour, in any case. You're sleeping so soundly, we didn't want to wake you. Where is everyone? They're outside. Now eat. I take a piece of bread from the bowl and bite down without thinking. You know how you eat without thinking? It's crisp and crunchy. I shovel more of it into my mouth, along with some red-looking, thinly sliced vegetables I see. There's a flavor to them I can't quite describe, at least until my eyes begin to water and my face heats up like a fireplace. I've heard about these before. Habanero peppers. I'd forgotten about the peppers. I swallow, which only makes it worse. Ooh. I like my food spicy, but this is just too damn much. I feel like there's a wildfire raging in my throat. I usually like spicy food, but this is something else entirely. Avery laughs at my sloppy coughing fit, fetching what looks like a pitcher of water next to him. Careful now, it's spicy. I keep hacking. You could have told me. It would have if you waited a second. I take the picture from pouring a few cups worth of cool water down my throat. Some of it leaks down the side of my muzzle, droplets staining my already dirty shirt. I'm not sure if water stains, Anyways, it extinguishes the fire, burning my throat, and I'm left with a pleasant aftertaste. I don't think that water works on spices. I mean, you want to drink water, but I don't think it works, really. But then it's back, and my eyes water again. Ugh. Right. I put some of the bread in my mouth to soak up the heat. I inspect the peppers closely. Packs way more of a punch than the stuff they serve at the hip, right? Tell me about it. Take another bite. This time, I'm more careful. It's good in tiny bites. Really good. And the fish is even better. I could get used to this. Once you finished up, I got some old clothes for you to try on. I guess when he was smaller. Anything beats these rags. Are your parents okay with it? Oh, they don't have to be. These are the clothes I used to wear at the ranch. Last time I wore them was almost a decade ago. He starts on his own food, eating nearly the entire cut of fish, as well as most of the peppers, in a single bite. Didn't check for holes. I hope the moths haven't gotten to... He stops mid-sentence. His glasses slip down his large snout, as his eyes bug out. He gasps. He coughs. I see tears welling up in the corners of his eyes. Wordlessly, he yanks the pitcher from my hand, dipping a piece of bread in it and stuffing it in his mouth. When it's finally died down, he looks at me, panting, sweat running down his forehead. He narrows his eyes. Not a word. I smirk back at him. What, 'cause he was coughing at dust? I wasn't going to say anything. You're many things, but you're not a good liar. I can't resist. Pack's way more of a punch than stuff they serve back home. Oh, maybe he ate some of the peppers. Ha! Too clever for your own good. He sets the bowl down and reaches behind them, taking out a white shirt and a pair of overalls. They look a little large, even for me. Thanks, I'm sure these will do nicely. Let me know if you find any holes. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's stitching. Alright, by the way, yeah? I swallow the last piece of fried bread, setting the bowl aside. The map, where your father said, is that all true? Is Echo really... I stop, watching Avery's eyes dart around the room. I don't think we should talk about it here. I'm sorry. It's alright. We can talk on the road, yeah? You're coming with us? With all that... He clears his throat. Transpired. I think there's safety in numbers. And I can't just leave Jebediah behind. Or you, for that matter. Won't they miss you at the clinic? I make these trips all the time. My assistant's skilled enough to handle things in my absence. You're headed for the settlement, yeah? Yeah. You ever been? Used to visit all the time. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Anything we should look out for? He frowns. Well, maybe not for you. Well, yeah, maybe not for you. And Echo, the hatred's behind closed doors. The settlement's more of a valley for rattlesnakes. No one's really told me anything about it. Not even Cynthia. I can't imagine. The state of that place now is just a reminder of all the things we've come to lose. Losses too many of my relatives would rather not speak of. And they're doing this all out in the open too. They? The ones in charge. His voice gets shakier with every word. Our sacred places were taken from us. Men and women taken from us. Children taken from us. Even our way of life. And they continue to take until there's nothing left. He pauses, tapping his chin, shaking his head, like he's trying to shrug off a bad dream. But maybe it's just this distant thing. But for us, it's our past, present, and future. No wonder Cynthia never talks about it. Some of us, like myself and your friend Cynthia, are doing what we can to, in a way, move past it. But when your own people try to push away the thought of a gaping wound like that, it will begin to fester sooner or later. Your friend, Mr. Tibbets, I hope he'll come to realize, too, that we are a people, not curiosities to be catalogued. I struggled to form a reply. In the end, I just stay silent. He stares at his feet for a long time, finally getting up with a grunt. I'll be outside. He pushes his glasses up to his brows with a trembling hand. I don't know how to help you. It feels stupid, but it's one thing I can think to say in a situation like this. It's quite alright that you can't. I need some fresh air. The elk exhales through his nostrils, turns, and walks out of the hugin, taking our empty bowls with him. I can hear the crickets before he closes the door. Alone again, I look up at the stars through the hole in the roof. There's a lot I want to ask Cynthia about if we ever see her again. Or if I? Yeah. I shake my head, trying best not to dwell on it. Taking the clothes Avery left behind for me, I started getting changed. I've worn these clothes for so long now that taking them off almost feels like I'm peeling off a layer of skin. I've done that before. Changed clothes. And peeled off skin. Ugh, not good. They're so tattered, at this point, I might as well throw them into the fire in front of me. Starting to sound like Cliff, but I'd kill for a nice bath right now. The overalls are a bit baggier than I'm used to, but at least they don't slip off, or hang too low. They're easy to move around in, at any rate. I get up and walk a few paces around the still roaring fire, warming my bones a little now that it's gone chilly out. Something clicks in my mind as I pace through the room. I'm going counterclockwise! Sorry. I consider my options and look around. I know we told Cliff that he'd part when we got to the reservation, but I could run now. Everyone's distracted. I'm fed, clothed. Doubt they'll see me in the dark. If I can get my hands on that map, I can probably make it out of the forest on my own. I mean, I don't know. Well, I guess it does show the next town over. The creature might still be around, but I'll have to take my chances. No way they'll follow me if it is. I reach for the map in the cylindrical holder next to Gad's seat. I take it out and unfurl it. Yep, there's the map. Camp Rosa, Providence, Peyton. I wonder if it says where the reservation is around here. Oh, there's Messas, and there's Colville. Boy, this. Oh yeah, and there's a black X on the map too. I wonder what significance that is. You know, right here. Let me just reset my face. Where are we now? I run a finger across all the red markings, looking for any indication till I spot a black one among them. That must be it. So we're there? Oh yeah, I guess we did cross over like hilly, mountainy, rangy thingy, and then there was a river. That means Camp Rosa's to the east must be my best shot. Could get to Province from there, follow the stream. I wonder what that black thing is right over here. I know where the Native American tribe is. All I have to do is figure out where east is. I know Cliff has a compass. I watched him pack before he left Echo. He probably has some other supplies I could use too. Food, bandages, anything. I'm not gonna take their shit. I can't just take the map with me. Avery helped me. His family helped me. This isn't mine. I carefully roll it back up and put the cylindrical container exactly where God left it. I sling the pack over my shoulder. What pack? There's no turning back now. What was a pack of supplies? I have to... The door opens without warning. Samuel! Shit. The weasel stands there in the doorway, frozen. What are you doing? Is that my pack? Oh, wait, it's on my back. Never mind. The weasel slinks closer, step by step, wary. He looks me up and down. His brow furrows. I was just about to steal my things and leave. He sounds more confused than angry. Sad even. Explain yourself. Now. So what do you think it looks like? I ain't... I stop. I can't keep doing this. I drop the pack. I can't stay here. I catch myself breathing hard. He raises a brow. What's wrong? I turn away, anything to avoid looking into those big blue eyes of his. It ain't anything for you to worry about. I think it's obvious that it's not nothing, Sam. I thought we had talked about this. I know. We did. Then, as your employer, I think it's in my best interests to know. I feel a warm paw on my back, rubbing in circles. I take a deep breath. No use hiding it now, even if I wanted to. I'm not staying with you a second longer. The weasel lets out a small gasp. What do you mean? I have to go. You can't just up and leave. We're making history here. You don't understand. I raise my voice so I can hear myself over the sound of my brain going 100 miles a minute. I can't go back to the reservation. Wait, I can't go back to that reservation? My back. If I do, I'll probably get caught and have to go back to Echo, and something bad'll happen to me. It's just like in my dream. My lips feel dry. There's a pit in my stomach. What are you even saying, Sam? He's speaking louder, too. If there's any... A man died because of me, Cliff. There's a miner who got murdered. Oh, he's actually saying it. I'm the one who... I can't even get it out without feeling like I'm gonna vomit on my dinner. I'm the one who did it. He's quiet for a moment. I hear a shuddering breath. You're serious, aren't you? His voice is hoarse now. I look back at him, over my shoulder. His brows are furrowed. I don't know if he's angry, or sad, or if he hates me now. For the first time, he's a mystery to me. He rubs his temples. For heaven's sake, Sam. He was a customer of mine. Promised me the world. He was? He took me down the mines. I trusted him. I can't believe I trusted him. Tears are rolling down my cheeks. He tried to rob me, attack me, and left me for dead. I never meant to kill him. I tried to slow my breathing. I couldn't tell anyone. I just couldn't. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to run. Ever since we left town, I've been thinking of running away. I'm a dead man standing. Sam. I hear the cicadas chirp outside. I want him to say something. Anything. Just when I'm about to turn, Cliff surges forward, wrapping his arms around me to the best of his ability. I had no idea you went through so much. His voice is muffled by my shirt. His tone is soft, gentle. You're alive, so long as I have anything to say about it. I doubt any man would know what to do in your situation. You're not angry? I was expecting him to be. Almost hoping him to be. That would make all this easier. Just so wouldn't feel guilty as I do now as guilty. Angry? No. That's not one of my emotions I'm feeling right now. But Cliff, I killed someone. Tried to run away with your things. I'm a monster. If what you're saying is true, if he did try to rob you, if he did hurt you, I think you're right to defend yourself. I know you're a good man, Samuel. Hearing that almost makes me cry harder. He's quiet for a long moment, his arms still wrapped around me. If you really think it was right to leave, as much as it pains me, I will not stop you, nor will I report you to any authorities. I only implore you to stay with us until it's safe. I do not think I could rest easy sending you off into the great unknown while that creature is still roaming about. I wipe my eyes dry, sniffing one last time before finally turning around. Thank you. Please, if it hadn't been for you, I think I'd have been dead several times over by now. I should be the one thanking you. I finally returned a smile he gave me, cupping his cheek in my paw, and feeling the heat against my paw pads. He puts on his paw in mine. His whiskers tickle my wrists. I won't tell Murdoch or the others. You have my... Oh, hey, Murdoch. Sorry, I had to do that. I lean down and kiss him. Not because I have to. Not because I'm getting paid to. Not because I have to maintain a charade. This time, it's because I want to. It tastes like peppers. When I pull back, he looks more than a little dazed. You have my word. He leans forward to give me another peck on the lips. It's one I return. I hold him in my arms like that for a good while as we watch the fire burn together. You know, Sam. I stir and rumble. Hmm? His voice lowers to a whisper. If you really think that map will help us, I won't tell anybody about that either. It dawns on me now that he's talking about the map, still hanging out of its case in the open. I had completely forgot about it. But if you're gonna put it back, then you should do it that quickly. You wouldn't want our group to fracture over such a paltry misunderstanding as that. I didn't think we'd need it anymore. But now I have doubts again. You've got lost so easily the first time. If I end up on my own again, I can't rely on anyone else. Anybody. Whatever you choose to do, I won't judge you. Leave the map! No. It was wrong before. Also, you were in a forest. You couldn't see anything, so a map wasn't going to really help you. You can't really even see a forest on the map, I think. It was wrong again now. This just isn't a map. It's the family history. I thought that Cliff would be most sensitive to that. So, more so, out of anybody in our group. But maybe he really does care about me that much. So much, it would cast his principles aside. I don't know. I can't read Cliff's expression. His glare is obscured by the firelight bouncing off of his glasses. But I curl up against him and drift off to sleep. Also, if we had, I don't know, a piece of paper, parchment, could spend a good few moments writing stuff down? You know? Also, that was an entire thing right there. And a scene change. The one I thought that was at the end of the last episode, more or less, but no. It's a bit premature by about 5 minutes, but I think it's a good time to call it. So anyways, end of this Let's Play. So, please comment. Yes, like, comments. Sorry, breathe it in. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like Seek Ground, then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of the Ground. Please remember to spay near and must have control of the pet population. And also, if you want to play this game, it's free on the channel. But if you want to support the people that make this game, and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon. It's $3. Hyena. So, that's about 2 people that we've told in the 2 routes. Well, like, when we're... Well, I was saying 2 people was like, okay, we told Cliff in this route, and I know in William's route, we immediately told him, and he will... But then, I think... Murdoch would have to know, right? Who are the other 2? Nick. Nick was the other person. I feel like Cliff was completely out of that loop, you know? Because, like, Nick went with us to the mines. William went with us to the mines. And, of course, William, I meant Murdoch came with the mines. But Cliff, I don't know if he knows where Murdo. Well, and then there's the Ottar. Whatever his name is. What is his name? Oh, yeah, I was about to load the save to be like, what is his name? It's like, right, that is broken. Unless you saved it here. Okay, there is that save there. There's the split there and his save there. So, until next time on Let's Play me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. A game that I want to play more because I want to see more of it. Though I kind of feel bad for picking Cliff's route because it's like, well, we're going to listen to quite a bit of the story and then do the other 2 ones. But I guess, you know, that's how it is when you play games. I just want to see, well, like, it'd be interesting doing the other 2 routes that, you know, stop early and then do the one that's actually completely completed. We're going to have to do that later. How long is it anyways? Okay, so it's about 1.25 pages. So that's, actually, if we get to that part. So I guess we're not too far from, like about here, we might get to the parts where it would stop the other one. Anyways, I'm there. So yeah, thanks and see ya.